Hey guys, I just want to share a quick thought with you about, are you waiting on God to do something that He has called you to do yourself? And I think about this imagery of being in the car, listening to the radio. Maybe it's like this song that you just hate, and you're just praying and praying and praying, asking God to change the station. And He's saying, I gave you hands, just reach over and change it. Just reach over and turn the knob. Just reach over and push the button and change the station. So, of course, pray over everything. Of course, I'm not in any way saying don't pray. Pray over everything. And know that sometimes we're sitting, waiting for God to do something that He has called us to do ourselves. And He has already given us the opportunities that we need, the doors that we're meant to walk through. He's already given us. He's already put in front of us. So He's already answered the prayer. Maybe we're praying for, I pray for my clients. I pray and I thank God in advance for the clients that I am meant to impact, that He is already sending to me. So I come from that space of knowing that He's sending me my clients. Those are the people I have been purposed to speak to speak into their lives, to pour into, to help, to impact. And as I'm praying for my clients, praying that He would send them to me, praying that they would see my videos, that it would touch their hearts, that they would know that I am the coach that they're meant to work with, maybe that they are seeing my 8-week Fear to Fierce program and it's going to speak to the right women who are meant to be in that group. And I'm not just sitting and praying and waiting for God to hand them to me on a silver platter, right? I'm also knowing that God may have already answered my prayer in the way that He's already put these women in my life. He's already put these women, they're already following me, they're already watching my videos. So it's also my job to speak to them, to reach out to them. And I want to encourage you to trust. You know, when you ask God to lead you, to be the leader in your life, it's also being still enough and trusting your intuition enough to know, to trust that He speaks in a still small voice. You know, there's a story in the Bible where it talks about how, you know, the wind came and the storm came and the fire came, and God's voice wasn't in that big earthquake. God's voice wasn't in the earthquake and it wasn't in the fire. It was a whisper. And so to be still long enough and to trust enough when you hear that still small voice, to trust your intuition, to trust that it's God's still small voice speaking to you and directing you to a certain person, to reach out to a certain person, or to say something, to do a video or whatever. To trust that and to walk, to take that step. Because if we don't, then we're asking God to do something. Is like, I've given it to you 1,000 times, but you're not doing your part. You're not doing your piece. I've already given you the client that you're asking me for. She's there, but you need to reach out to her. Have you reached out to her? And so I just want you to trust that what you're asking for has already been given to you, and are you doing your part? So this is just one example. You know, I'm praying for these women who are going to be in my Fear to Fierce 8-week group coaching program starting next week. And some of them are already in the group and some of them aren't there yet. And I know that they're out there. And so I'm praying for them, and I'm also aware and trusting when I feel a pull to reach out to someone. So yesterday, there was someone who follows me, and I decided, you know, I just felt a little tinge of, I don't know, I just felt some kind of connection to this woman. And I really felt like, you know what? She might be one of my 5 women who are meant to be in this group. I just felt like this feeling. And I could have said like, oh, like I could have just totally disregarded the feeling, not even spent 2 seconds on it. And I almost got stuck behind some fear of, well, no, I shouldn't reach out to her. She'll reach out to me if she wants to do my group. She'll send me a message. I'll just wait. Again, praying and waiting, right? But when that feeling, I decided to trust it instead of thinking, letting all the fears take over. It could be like, oh, I don't want to bother her. I don't want to bug her. What if she doesn't like me after I reach out to her? What if she thinks badly of me? What if she thinks I'm just trying to get her money? What if she unfollows me? Or, what if she doesn't admire me as much? Or all of these fears that can come up, right? But I decided to say, no, I'm not going to listen to those fears. That's not the truth. That's not where I operate from. I'm going to reach out to her and I'm going to invite her. And I always come from a place of invitation. I'm going to invite her to my group and say, hey, I thought of you. I felt a connection and I thought of you and I just wanted to invite you. I don't know if you've heard about my group. I just want to invite you to it, invite you to a conversation about the possibility of working together if that's something that feels right. And she just responded with so much love and so much excitement, and that it was exactly what she needed, exactly what she was looking for. We had an amazing conversation over the phone. And so this is my point of God already put that woman in my life, and he wanted me to make the step of reaching out to her. So again, are you waiting for God to do what he's called you to do yourself? He may have already answered your prayer. He may have already given you, if not the thing that you're asking for, he may have already given you the people in your life who are going to make that happen, the doors that you need to walk through in order to make whatever happen that you're asking to happen, or whatever blessing that you're wanting to ask for. He may have already given it to you, just not in that form yet. So sometimes there's a piece that we need to do ourselves. And how many opportunities, how many blessings have we missed out on that God wanted to give us, gave us, but we didn't do our part. We didn't take it because we were afraid. Usually it's fear that holds us back, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of feeling embarrassed, feeling like, oh, they're not going to like me anymore. They're not going to see me the same way. They're going to disapprove of me in some way. That fear holds us back from, I wonder how many blessings, how many opportunities does that hold us back from? So to trust that when you feel something and you know that you're coming from a place of love and invitation and from a good heart, trust that feeling that's telling you to step into something, because that might be the piece that God is calling you to do yourself, so that he can give you the blessing that you've asked for, so that he can bring into your life that client that you're meant to impact, so that he can give you the answer to the prayer that you've been praying for. So are you doing your part, or are you just praying and waiting for God to do the whole thing for you? And he may have already set everything up. You just have to do that one little piece. So step out in faith, trust your intuition, trust when you're hearing God's still small voice. Don't dismiss it because it was just a little thought, a little feeling. He speaks in a whisper. Don't dismiss that. Don't dismiss the whispers that you hear, that you feel. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust that God is leading you. So if you're asking God to lead you, are you paying attention to where he's leading you? Are you paying attention to the things that he's saying? So anyway, that was just a little tidbit that I wanted to share with you today. I hope that was helpful. If it was, give me a heart, give me a like, shoot me a comment. Let me know, what did you love about this? How was this helpful for you? I would love to know. I would love to hear. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram, head over to my Instagram, Soul Coaching. I post on there every day, and I try to bring as much value to you there as well as here. So I appreciate you liking my page over there. And please reach out to me if there's anything that I can support you in, if you're wanting support, if you're curious about my 8-week group coaching program. It starts next week. So if that feels like, if you want to learn more about how to step out of fear and into your power, from fear to fierce, how to shed that fear of judgment, how to shed fear in general, how to shift your beliefs so that you can be the powerful woman that I know that you are, and not be held back, not be holding yourself back. This is going to be a powerful, powerful group. So if you're curious about that, shoot me a message and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.